Hello everyone, it is Proper G here, and welcome back to another video in which I and moaned about our current situation with Fortnite. Pretty much what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be discussing this season so far. The pros, the cons of it, and ultimately what we have in store for the next season. Now, I know in the last video I discussed a little bit about what's going to be happening with the Star Wars season, but I think, it'll be nice to take a little step back, kind of look at what has happened, and talk about that for a bit. But yeah, just some big news real quick before I dive into that. We are apparently supposed to be getting Fortnite back on mobile next week because I guess Epic just finally pimp slapped Apple across the face, and now we're getting it back on iOS. So, I mean, now you can play Fortnite on this overrated piece of pretty much. And yeah, I mean, big news, big whoop, I guess. So, Chapter 6, Season 2 has been a doozy. We went from, like, the most ornamental, like... Oh. Yeah, get emoted on, buddy. I can't show that because that's apparently copyright. Also, how did you lose that? This season has been a doozy. We went from the most ornamental season all the way to Take Your Girl to the O by King Von. It just really just morphed into GTA 6 before GTA 6. Also, one thing I really enjoyed this season definitely had to be the fact that Fortnite finally brought back exotics after all this time. I think last time exotic weapons were in the game, I think that was Chapter 4. I could totally be wrong, but I'm not counting exotic consumables such as like Juice Rolls, Chug Cannon, and stuff like that. I'm glad that we have exotic weapons back in the game, and a lot of them I enjoyed and I thought were absolutely fantastic and fun, such as like the rocket launcher and the rift launcher. Another thing is that rotation finally felt fun, fair, and balanced. Like the Void Oni mask, I know we all enjoyed the Void Oni mask, and may it rest in peace. However, I think we could all come to the mutual agreement that that thing was overpowered more than like anything. That thing was just broken if you were an offensive player, and it was even more broken if you're a defensive player. Another thing, Typhoon Blade has finally kicked the dust, and we have the Bat, which is pretty much the same thing except for slightly nerfed. Just nerf that thing to the ground in like one way or another, and I'm happy. The Typhoon Blade was broken, and now we have the Bat instead. Another wonderful thing I finally enjoyed was the train actually had a purpose and a function. Yes, you can actually go onto the train, you can heist that thing, and get good loot besides like 4 common chests that we had to deal with for like a lot of seasons, like including like chapter 5. Granted, it takes some effort to heist that thing without getting third party, but ultimately I am very happy about that. So it feels rewarding to claim the train. Besides it being mediocre rotation, I'm just glad it serves like a purpose now, and it's fun to go inside, and you get the best gun in the game, which is the mythic Sentinel Pump Shotgun, which can actually one tap. All right, now let's move on to the bad things, the things I didn't really like, the things that just sort of rubbed me the wrong way. One of those being that this season is literally just Chapter 4 Season 4. Like, you would have to be crazy to say that Chapter 4 Season 4 and this season are completely different. I mean, sure, the islands are different, but the fact that Fortnite had the goal to bring in literally some of the same exact weapons from that season, and I'll get back into that because it's another complaint. But yeah, we have these suitcases, we have the rocket ram, we have the infiltrator pump shotgun, as well as like the twin mag assault rifle, which is all right. And then we have the most unforgivable, just most unloved waste of inventory space that is the scoped burst SMG. Bad, horrible. But Fortnite brought it back because they thought it'd be a fantastic idea. Actually, like, forbid Fortnite ever brings back the pump shotgun and the scar, just the most basic weapons of all time. They're gonna bring back the most gimmicky, unloved, just pieces of crap that nobody likes. And I think I speak for a very large majority of people when I say that. And then some people might say, oh, but the twin mag assault rifle's good. The twin mag assault rifle is good, yeah, sure. Except for, why would you even need it when the hollow twister rifle exists in the second time? Like, sure, it might have like a higher damage per second, but the recoil on that thing literally kicks like a mule. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that Fortnite brought back those weapons and stuff. Also, another thing I do not like is boons. Yeah, like Fortnite just did us absolutely dirty when it came to boons. The water boon, rest its soul, is gone, just banished to the Shadow Realm, along with like the wind boon and like that siphon boon. I forget the name of that one. Those were some of the most memorable, fantastic boons. And then now we have to deal with like the vulture boon and the green boon, which respectfully are probably about the most like useless pieces of crap ever. Like, I genuinely don't think that they serve that big of a purpose. Maybe the vulture boon, but I still don't even know how to use that thing. Like, my brain, my noodle has not fully comprehended that. But yeah, I'm not saying this season was absolute garbage. I'm just saying that the only thing that really kind of took away the fun, really just took away the magic of it, had to be like the fact that we had bad items halfway through the season. Oh, I trailed that kid. 1 second, let me push this kid. He's one tap, trust. Oh, I'm the best player ever. Hold on, let me copyright strike that. Yeah, ultimately, I'm not saying that this season's bad. I think it's a great season. I just think that it's slightly uninspired, if you're catching my drift. And I felt that the loot pool was good until they added the weapons nobody cared about. Like, I'm glad they brought back exotics. I mean, they may have been a little bit hard, but I just feel that between boons and some of the loot pool, I would say those are like the real big hiccups of this season. Other than that, fantastic season, fun to play. And I ultimately look forward towards the Star Wars season. Also, if you've made it this far, do not forget to use code PROPERG in the item shop, subscribe, and like the video. Oh. Okay, there you go. Anyway, that's it. See ya.